Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yawn Readings, Yes or No Readings, with the amazing Hershe the Shadow Reader and Tarot Your Way. I'm Tarot Stash. Thanks for joining us. Please remember to do all of the YouTube-y things and like and subscribe because it's free. So, hello, Hershe. Hello, Thomas. Thanks for being here.
Hi, how are you, Gerald? How you been?
I have been well, thank you. I'm glad to be here. And for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, happy summer solstice.
Yeah.
Letha. For those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, happy winter solstice. So it's the long day or the long night. So from here, it starts to get shorter. We lose daylight or we gain daylight, depending upon where you are. So, Thomas, what's news with you?
I'm all healed after my lower colon problems with diverticulitis and going septic and having to have surgery to drain the abscess.
Okay.
So thank you all for the prayers and well wishes and the healing blessings while I was there. You all worried about me, so I didn't have to worry about myself and just was able to let it go and let the professionals do their job.
This is very good news. Thank you for sharing that with us. We have, so just in case people don't know how this goes, we're doing yes or no readings. So pose your yes or no questions in the chat in capitals once so I can see them. And as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really.
Mm-hmm. Yes, truly.
There you go. And we have some amazing people here. Starseed Awakening, 1111 is here. Chloe is here supporting Hershe. Mods, please watch this one. This Hershe, the Shadow Reader. Ooh. Mangled Unicorn is here. Witchy Garden 919. Beth, Bridget, Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot is here. Hello. Amy Warrior Princess, Annie Hamlet. It's great to see everybody. Standing in Light with Annie Bear. Ms. Sherlock. It's great to see everybody. So feel free to pop in your yes or no questions. And we do have one. Hershe, will you remind people all of the cool things that you have coming up?
Oh my goodness. So today, I'm here with my Uncle G and all of you beautiful peoples. And then I'm literally leaving here. I'm going to jump right back into my channel and do Friday's fixtures. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I gotta run all the way up to the Pacific Northwest to make it to Random Guy's channel. I'll be on 999 show Bill. I'll be on his channel, and we're gonna be talking all things Spirit Box. So I'm super excited about that one.
Very nice.
This weekend, I think I'm gonna be pretty busy this weekend. there's a big foodie convention going on this weekend, and well, yeah, I mean, come on. I've never really been to a foodie convention, so why wouldn't I want to go and have the experience so I at least have an opinion about what it actually is, right? Only makes sense. Only makes sense.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So,
It's busy.
what have you heard about foodie conventions that you're looking
Absolutely
forward to
nothing,
experiencing?
honestly. I just know
Just
that it's a bunch of food trucks and small vendors and a bunch of local, I hope. And I'm thoroughly excited to enjoy the energy until possibly I can't enjoy the energy anymore, and then
yeah,
I realize it's overload and I can't go and or I can't be there and I gotta go. So it's gonna go one of two ways, but I'm hoping for a very good experience.
I understand that. Great. I have an event this evening that I'm going to, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'm glad we're doing it today rather than in the next couple of days where it's supposed to be really hot. So, thank you, Chloe, for going out and sharing this with people. Appreciate it. Chloe's looking forward to spirit boxes. She said spirit boxes are fun.
I love you, sister.
And Timmy Raven is here. Hello, Timmy.
Hey,
Thank you,
how
thank you,
are
thank
you?
you. So, oh, Beth said it's 102 degrees there today.
Yeah, the
Gosh.
heat index is gonna be crazy here in the Panhandle. They're
Yeah.
saying up to 110 with the heat index, and I'm just like, excuse me, melting where? Hold on, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. So, please, everybody, remember to like and subscribe. It is free. It also helps to let YouTube know that you like the content that you're seeing. I appreciate that, as do our other guests. And we first have Amy, Warrior Princess. Will I move into the apartment I've been waiting for this year? And Amy, do you want a gay BFF card or ask your gay BFF? Those have a little bit
Look
of
into
sass.
my crystal ball and see what the crystal ball says.
Hershey's having a moment. That was out loud. So, artist Liz has joined us. It's great. If whomever is ready can go for Amy.
Well, flipping the coin came up with no, and I think the no portion of it is the apartment you have in mind at the moment. I think um, more research needs to be done to find a better fit for you.
Hmm.
So I looked into my crystal ball, and the crystal ball unfortunately gave me a no. And I looked at what the situation could possibly be, and I got Saturn. So I don't know what kind of combination that would be. So I went to my magic eight balls, and my magic eight ball said, no way, no how, no shape, no form. And then I was like, but wait a minute, why? And then I got, aha, this isn't quite a no, but neither is it a yes. But yes, it is a lotus. You must find the happiness within yourself. You're not quite ready to bloom in the area you're looking at because you're focused on something with emotion instead of with drive and determination. The timing is everything. So you have to support you. And right now, you're not fully doing that. You have to undertake and foretake within yourself. So I don't think that spot is right for you for whatever reason. I think the universe is saying, "Hey, hold on, wait," and I think you might even know this. So um, don't forget to crawl. You know, sometimes like I hear Miles right now saying, tell her to remember to crawl. We have to crawl before we walk. Not all of us can just take off hitting the door running. Some of us literally do need to crawl. So we need that experience. You know, I don't want to say go buy a lemon, but sometimes we need that kind of experience. So maybe looking in a more realistic place, maybe a little bit closer to where you're trying to be.
Hmm. So, Amy, I pulled from my Ask Your Gay BFF. To quote Cher, I really don't think you're strong enough. No. So I'm not feeling that you're going to be getting into that apartment. I am thinking, however, there is a different one that is actually better for you. And it's going to take about 8 or 9 months for you to be able to find that, because you've got to meet the right people to be able to do some connecting for you. So I know you were hoping to get in. It just does not feel like now is not the time for it by the end of the year. So, all
Looks
right.
like we have a lot of people looking to relocate.
It does, because yes, there is that. Witchy Gardens 9/11 is up. Will I find another job once I'm laid off from my current job? Thank you.
This time the coin says yes, but the time to find a job is before your present job is ready to let you go. So polish up the resume, get your interview skills going, and go out and sell yourself. And don't sell yourself short. Make sure you get the salary or the finances that you deserve.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
In the fun way of all of this, I got 3 yeses, but they're like real soft yeses, right? So I feel like what it feels like they would rather me let you know is there's always going to be another job. There's always going to be another one. You could always walk into another one, right? But I think that there needs to be you realizing that you might possibly be destined to do something else, right? Like I think that maybe you are not opening a specific door, but you're opening windows on both sides of it, and now it's time for you to literally close those windows. And because anybody, like, there's some people that can just sing, but they don't know how to act, or they don't know how to do this or do
Mm-hmm.
that, but they can just sing naturally, right? But they don't do that, right? They don't do what comes natural to them because they want to dance around, right, instead of their true calling. So I do believe that there is always going to be another job for you, but I think the one that you feel inside of you isn't going to happen until you start closing those windows and force that door to open within yourself, and you're going to open opportunities that you may not even understand, or your brain can begin to even have the questions because it hasn't begun to start yet. So I do think there's something much deeper in it for you.
I agree with what Thomas and Hershe have said. I got yes for you, but this is about manifestation of new ideas. This is an opportunity for you to dive deep into what it is that you are interested in doing if you wanted to change focus. It does go back to that idea of what Thomas is saying, which is update your resume, have a couple of different resumes ready to highlight your skill set for different audiences. And I think it's one of those things. I don't know when this is going to happen. When you're going to be laid off. If you know this is happening, I encourage you to start updating your resume now. So definitely, uh, definitely be looking. It's easier to find a job when you got a job. So keep doing that. And Ask Your Gay BFF says, yes, yes, 1,000 fucking times yes. So yes, you are going to find one. So hope that provided some insight for you. Ms. Sherlock, this is Maria, said, will I renew my lease next year? This is Maria. Did you drop your yawn?
I dropped my yawn coin and it's just a little out of reach.
Do you want me to embiggen you so we can all watch you struggle getting it?
What are friends for?
There you go. Well, Ms. Sherlock, I'm gonna start on this because I got a yes, and this is one of those things that it says there's the lotus of happiness is about to blossom and bring you wonderful events filled with positive emotions. So, will you renew your lease next year? I get a yes. I'm also curious if with this lease renewal, if they're planning on doing if they're planning to do some updates to the building or the grounds or something like that. So I'm curious about that. So I'm going to what do you have, Hershey or Thomas?
So I actually get. Oh, go ahead.
Once I picked up the coin, it said no. So you'll sign a lease, but it won't be a renewal. So it looks like there's a potential move of locations for yourself as well.
Okay.
So I looked in the crystal ball, and unfortunately, I didn't see anything. I wish I would have, but I didn't. But the first one I went to was my MJ deck, right? And that's when Miles gets to step in and he gets to play and interact, right? So he picked the pencil. So when I read what the pencil said, and there's a multiple choice thing going on here. This is why Miles enjoys it so much, right? The number is number 79. It says the sun rays are etched, but you can't see your answer because of the clouds. So clearly the answer is no. And then I was like, okay. So I mushed up all of my Magic 8 Ball cards and I was going fish. I thought I picked up one, but instead I picked up three. And like I'm not real sure, but I'm just gonna read them to you. And so the first one I got was "Don't Count on It," and the next one that was, and they were all three stuck together, so they all three mean something. But then it says at the same time, "It is decided so, and it is certain." So don't count on where you're at right now being maybe where you want to be when that time comes, but it is decided and certain that you will have somewhere a roof over your head, a place to call home, but I'm not quite sure where that's going to be at quite this day. So maybe that's one of the nice ways of saying maybe ask again closer to that time and season.
Maria is having a problem with them overcharging. Okay. Best of luck with that. It's a tough spot to be in, of course. And artist Liz, and then Wiki, and Ronnie. Yeah, things are unsettled, Ms. Sherlock said. Artist Liz said, will I be moving to a better apartment by next year sometime? Thank you. Hey, Mo.
Artist Liz, the coin says no. And I think the question here will be your workspace, living space balance. I think that you have a lot of specialty needs for your artistic abilities that you really need to find that niche apartment that fits the bill for you.
Okay. So I got Feather. Well, Miles picked Feather for you. And the answer for Feather says that in order to listen to the snow as it falls upon the frozen sea, you only found that you heard yes, right? So there was like a ripple effect going on there. So I didn't look at my crystal ball, but I did pick you a magic 8 ball, and in the magic 8 ball, the card that I got was "Don't count on it." I'm pretty sure that just showed up, so maybe I need to mix them up again, is what I thought. And then I picked up the next one, and again, I get maybe ask later. So I don't know if my deck just isn't wanting to play well with questions that involve futuristic events that is, a million things could happen in between here, now, and then. So I don't know, but I'm trying. Seems like
Yeah,
they don't like it though.
yeah. So I don't, I got to know as it relates to better apartment by next year sometime. My stick says big victories are not far away. They come to you naturally because you possess the polished qualities of a leader. I'm curious if this is about you really stepping up and trying to do something with apartments related not just for you but for others. I'm wondering if maybe 2 or 3 months there might be a bit of a reinvigoration of the environment that you live in, or the challenge or the opportunity for you to try to make some things happen and to move in the direction that you're wanting. And so I have to say, Artist Liz, your gay BFF said, "Bitch, don't make me take off my earrings." No. So I'm not showing a I'm sorry. I hate to not give as, well, it could be good news. I don't know. Pamela Batchelor is here, as is Michelle Marie, Astrological Tarot. So it's great to see everybody. Sorry, Artist Liz. I hope that gives some insight. Wiki, are you here? And Ronnie, are you here? Because Wiki is up next. And Wiki said, "I'm selling my car. Should I take the offer I have or hold out for a higher price?"
If you love you have your current car, you might be the only one in love with your current car. So I don't know that a higher price would be offered by anyone else. If you got a buyer, get your new car, sell the old one.
What do you think, Hershe?
I think the answer should just be yes. I got a yes, and then right behind me, as it was kind of hard to see it, was the sun. I'd say yes.
And Wiki, I also got a yes with a reach around. I think there's some more opportunities. You know, and again, for entertainment purposes only. You do what you want to do, but don't be. I mean, you may love the car, but you also may need to have the car done and gone so that you can do other things with it. So, there you go, Wiki. Good luck.
I wish I would have knew Michelle was in the chat. I would have been able to say, what does this mean when this planet is sitting on the no?
Yeah. Michelle's they've moved and the unit flooded last night. So, oh my goodness.
God. Oh no.
Sheesh.
Really? Wow. I am so sorry. Holy crap. That sucks.
Yeah. And Diana Oil Painter is here. Oh, on the clean shaved, handsome guy.
He called me today. I didn't even know who he was. I was asking, where's Thomas?
You know, she's talking about you, right, Thomas?
Yeah.
Okay. And I love it. He's just still sitting there going. So.
Thank you for the compliment.
There you go. Ronnie said, will my husband's book be successful?
Okay.
And Michelle Marie did say, you do look younger, Thomas.
Yeah.
And Karen
I don't know if young was the look I was going for or not, but clean shaven was the look I was going for. So Ronnie, when I flipped the coin, got stuck between two things. So the book will launch, but it may not be as successful as your partner is hoping for.
Okay, so Miles said to go just with the crystal ball, and so I got a yes, but it's literally sitting on Saturn, and it's not like right on Saturn. It's like the yes is floating out in the ring somewhere. So I don't know if that means there could be some red tape. I don't know anything about Saturn. I don't understand it, but if you do, if you know anything about Saturn or what that could possibly mean, but I did get a yes, but it's not emphatic. There is still some work that needs to happen though.
Here's the thing that I got. The short version is I got a no. The other niggling that I got is well, what is the definition of successful? Is it going to be a New York Times bestseller? No. Is it going to be successful? Is it successful because he got it published? This is actually the start of his new writing career. Yes. So there's different layers of this, Ronnie. This is one of those things. It's also one that suggests it may be a slow start to successful. It's not going to be, boom, everybody sees it. It may be one where people start discovering it and it's word of mouth and it goes slowly. It's a slow build. And Timmy is right. Starting and finishing something is successful. Amen. That is well said. That is very well said. So I'm also curious. I want to look up something else. Please hold.
Well, already then.
Ronnie, a good suggestion for you and your husband is the Knight of Swords. What this is telling me, the importance of doing action to make sure that the book gets out there, gets published, and that people are, excuse me.
Happy Meal?
Sure. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking at this as 3 half full glasses. A launch is a launch. Yes. So I would also encourage you to remember that a launch is a launch is a launch. A launch works because he's been working at it. He's been doing things. I would encourage a debrief and an understanding of what parts of this went well, what parts of this could go differently the next time, and use it as a great learning opportunity. So yeah. And yeah, love the explanation of successful. He did it. Woohoo. Michelle Marie has added Saturn is the karmic reckoner. If you look at the houses he's in and the houses he aspects, that's what you're paying off in this birth. And Michelle Marie has a video to it. So that's beautiful.
Yeah, it felt like there was like a lot of red tape. There's something. It's just gonna be very uphill, is what it felt like. Like, I don't know anything about Saturn or especially the rings, but it just felt very like dodgy or something. Like I'm dodging comets or rocks or something.
And Ronnie said he really has been working on this. Yes, and it is important to understand that getting it published is definitely starting and finishing something, as Timmy said, is successful. I do encourage that idea of as look what happened. You did it. You did it. Holy crap.
Man. Oh boy. Whew. It is a milestone.
It's a huge milestone. So kudos to your husband for finishing that up. There you go. Saturn rewards hard work.
I mean, there it is.
Mm-hmm. So if anybody has, we have a little bit of time left. If anybody has a yes or no question, please add it to chat in capital letters.
Well, Hershe is working on a book and deck of her creation.
Does Hershe want this known?
Most everyone knows. I'm
Okay.
just I'm actually no, the finish line isn't in sight, but I made a huge milestone this week in my deck, and oh my god, I'm like to burst with excitement. I'm it's for another day, but yeah, I'm getting real close, Uncle G, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I would imagine that Thomas is probably very supportive for you.
He is, and I love him for that.
Is he that annoying older brother who is the one who is actually gone? So, how much did you write on your book today?
Well, it was
Absolutely
more
not.
like, don't you have computer work to do? Don't you need to get something scanned? Don't you need to get something going? And I was just like, yes. He encouraged me with that big brother way when I was struggling and even having writer's block, and I was stumbling on my emotions, because at some point my deck does have digital artwork in it, and even though there's hand drawn in it as well, it was something within me that I had to work through as the creator, and he didn't let me down, man. He didn't let me fall, and he kept just like pushing me out the nest, so to speak, and he continuously keeps doing it. And I'm loving the height I'm gaining because of it.
That is well done. Well, and you know, a famous person once said, you know, the only way to get through hell is to keep moving forward, something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Should write that down somewhere.
You should, you know, Maybe it'll be in the book. Maybe there'll be a card on that. I don't know. So yeah. All right. Julianne is here and has asked, MLR is visible today. Are you oftentimes not visible? I mean, we see you. I'm putting you up there to prove to you that we see you.
Clearly.
MLR asked a question right above Julie.
Got it. Okay. Will I ever own my home? We'll start with that. And then Julianne is up. So thank you for that catch, Thomas.
A lot of people wondering about home and nesting and their situation. A home is what you make of it. It doesn't have to be a mansion. It has to be comfortable and it has to reflect you and the other inhabitants. So, owning it is just a temporary thing while we're here on this earth. Renting it is just as viable, or going off grid and building what you would like is totally worth it as well. Although you wouldn't be able to see a lot of these enlightened programs that Gerald is putting out.
Well, but hey, I okay, MLR, I just have to say, yes, AF. How's that for a nutshell? Yes. Yeah. Let me get my fan. Yes. Okay. There you go.
So, unfortunately, I got a no. When I looked in my channeling ball, I got a no. And right behind that was Jupiter. Again, like I said, I don't understand that, and I'm trying to get comfortable with it. So, if you know anything about Jupiter, it may be able to help you. But I got a no. And then when I went to my Magic 8 cards, I got not this one. So I'm like, well, what do you mean not this one? And then, of course, I had to go and get Miles to clarify things, and he picked frame for you. So when I read frame, frame says that the stars are shining bright upon the path you are on, but it's not, your yes is much farther down the road. So maybe it's not meant for you to own the one you're in. And again, what I'm feeling is like something needs to be brought down into reality. I absolutely not assuming or anything like that, but maybe smaller, or at least something more within uh uh that brings the payments down or something. I don't know, but I do feel like the one where you're at right now, I feel like it's a no. Um, but I do feel like there is one down the road for you, and it does feel like it fits more into your means. But I don't really know how that applies in your life.
Mm-hmm. This is one of those things that owning your own home has a lot of benefits. It also has a lot of struggles to it. So, and Jupiter is the planet to have in your court, MLR. He's an incredible benefactor. Very nice. Very nice. And Julianne and then Diana Oil Painter will finish up our questions. Hi, Kiba. Julianne said, is what I believe is going to happen tomorrow with my ex? Sort of a weird, if what you believe is going to happen tomorrow with your ex.
Well, what you believe is what you believe, and sometimes we can't be talked out of our own reality. But we have to live in the actual reality, no matter how hard it is to experience. So it may be a bittersweet message to you from what happens to your ex tomorrow.
This feels very personal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all three of my Obsidian channel ball said no, and they're right behind the no is the sun. The sun is an absolute confirmation card of whatever is right in front of it, right? So I think the sun is supporting that no, no. Is something going to happen? Possibly, but the outlook is not what you think. Like, I don't know if you're rooting for someone's downfall or not, but if you are, I think this is going to hurt just a little bit because karma is coming in. And when we put out negative energy, karma returns at tenfold. Good, bad, or indifference, karma is blind, just like justice,
Mm-hmm.
cannot see where they're throwing. They are just throwing. So, no, healing is what I feel like, right? So, we don't want something bad to happen to somebody, right? So, if we project healing from our heart within, then hopefully it will reach the extended party. So, I think the outlook is going to be very different than what is expected, but I do believe there is something going to happen soon um, in the realm of a real life situation.
Julianne said this is not bad.
Good.
So I think what's a key thing to remember is yes, what you think is going to happen will happen tomorrow with your ex. There's a there's some there's a sense of good luck about it and a bit of joy. Pay attention to your intuition as it's helping to guide you with what's going on so that you find the stability that things can continue as needed. Uh, I would also say that in a couple, 1 to 3 weeks, you're going to get some removing of obstacles that may be coming up. Please keep that in mind. The other thing, this is just Gerald Tarot Stash, not endorsed by anybody and, for entertainment purposes only. Try to back yourself up to that the best thing can happen for everyone involved. And try to remove yourself from it. Because that way your ego and your expectations don't clog things up. Just keep yourself centered, stay present and in the moment. So that's what I have for you. Yeah, go ahead.
And just when, like I was saying, that, what we put out, we get in return. Everything can be returned or sent out in tenfold, right? So you can send out so much positive that it may help for him. So if
Yeah.
it's a good thing and you really want it to happen, I'm not saying will it to happen because, usually when you will something to happen, there is some form of a consequence on the other side of that. But just keep pushing it and the best outcome will happen.
It's a really important thing that when you are trying to work on manifesting or having things happen, we remove as much of the ego from it as possible. We really have a clear intention and we understand what it feels like if we were to already have that thing. That's an important part because humans can limit what the universe can give because it's got to fit in these boxes. It has to fit in this way. Just try to get out of your own way, get out of your ego. So, not saying you're in your ego. I don't know if I said hello to the amazing Madame Moru's House of Cards. And so thank you. Janet Lee G has joined us too. Our last question that we have is from Diana, oil painter. Will my bees thrive?
Ooh, the little beautiful pollinators. Let's go.
You'll be happy to know that we have a yes for you, Diana. And thriving for bees is just sustainable for the colony. Keep the queen viable, keep everybody healthy, making sure they have enough resources to get through the winter. Um, that's surviving. Thriving is being able to produce excess, um, but they have to be in that environment where they can have the resources to provide the excess of the extra honey that uh, will keep them through the winter and will be of excess. So you and your beloveds can enjoy the fruits of their labors as well.
She did say, I agree with that, Thomas. They just arrived, so we are not expecting honey. This just life.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very important job that you are being caretaker for pollinators, because without those pollinators, a lot of our foods would not be available to us.
Yeah. Amen.
Very much, right? I don't think the world would exist without them, but that's just my opinion. So of course, I love when I get the answers that I get, right? So I went to my channeling ball and I got a yes, and the planet that was next to it was Virgo. And again, I don't know what that means, but I do know that Virgo is one of the good ones, right? And it's like fertility and good things. So that makes me think that it's going to like I don't want to say the word metastasize, but yeah, maybe I think that something is going to become of this, right? So then Miles, of course, got giddy because for one, it's you, and for two, he wanted to pick a card, and he picks Teacup. Teacup says, like the North Star, bright on the winter's night, your answer was found within the light. Yes. So I think it's gonna I think it's going to thoroughly be more than okay.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Hershe. Diana, I got to the question, will your bees thrive? I got a no. They will not thrive. What I'm seeing here is there's the fog of illusion keeps the situation ambiguous. What you got was not exactly, oh, by the way, this is backstage tea. What you got was not exactly what you had expected, and now you're having to shift. So once that fog dissipates, you are going to understand how to support them so that they live. This is great because this is not a time for drastic change. Do the basics to have life. And it's like, this is not the time for drastic changes. Don't even think about it. No, it's the time for a chain of carefully considered decisions that slowly but favorably change the situation in 6 to 7 months. Be patient. Vivid, heartwarming emotions are evoked as if by a miracle. Just watch. This is one of those things. tend to these babies. I'm getting lots of tingles on this, so I'm sort of going off script. Tend to them, enjoy them, celebrate them, have some enjoyment, that you are creating a safe environment for them. If they feel safe, they're going to bring others along. And oh, wait a minute. Beth said, yes, Virgo is one of the good ones. LOL. Must be a Virgo.
Something about like vibration. Like they're going to react to the high vibrations or something is what it feels like. So I already know you're like already a vibe, you're epic energy, but I think because I think because of your vibration, I think you guys kind of match. Like, I don't know what flower you vibrate at, but I do believe you or guys are going to be a good match.
She did say exactly, Thomas. Virgo the nurse and perfectionist, slow and methodical. Of course, Thomas was right. Duh. Right, Gerald. Yeah, she must take flight without any cribs. All girls into Queen is what came. I also have that is perfect, Gerald. Promise you. I sing to the hive like I did my raptors. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yes, and next year will be a better year. Because what they're finding is they've been shuffled. They didn't know where the heck they were, and suddenly they're somewhere new. What? It's going to take some, drones, not cribes. I was like going, what? Drones.
So the queen came after her mating flight with the drones. So only her and the girls needed to go on to create life because the queen will lay drone cells for the next queen's mating flight when the time has come. But what an exciting hobby for you, and what a learning process this will be. And you can't get sweeter than honey.
Yeah. Yeah, the queen came with her ladies in the court. Yes. So, wow. This is wonderful. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Hershe. And oh, look. Look who's here. Tarot Ask Backwards, Jeff.
What's up, bro? What's up?
I did see Jeff got his book back available on the Zon of Amma. So congratulations, Jeff. I saw that reading that Scott was doing for you last night. So this is good. And yes, you're very welcome. I do hope everybody has, this is today is Letha. It's the summer solstice, long day. So take some time, eat some in-season fruits and vegetables. Always a good thing. I do encourage everybody on this day to, if you can light a candle, it's probably a good idea because the candle will be a great beacon of light and encouragement for you. So it's fun. It's fun. So, all
I
right.
suggest picking 7 different flowers and carry them with you, and then maybe dry them out and keep them.
Say that again?
For something else. I suggest grabbing 7 different flowers. You have to hand pick them. You can't buy them. You have to get out there. You have to go. You have to walk. You have to engage, and then let Mother Nature lead you to 7 different flowers, and then take them with you, with permission, of course, obviously. And if you can, release them in water. But if not, then hold on to them, press them, dry them out, because you will be using them down the road. It's a good ritual idea.
Yeah. And let's see. For those of you who are also curious, Tuesday, the 24th of June, is the day of Oshun. So that's a nice little thing. OSHUN. Get by some running water, put some offerings out. She is a powerful one for sure. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Any last minute thoughts before we leave? Thomas.
Be good to yourselves, be good to others, and go out and make it a great day.
Love that. Hershe, words of advice?
Stay present.
In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Bye.